This is GoPro Max Lens Mod, and in this video we are going to review it. GoPro Max Lens Mod is an additional accessory for your GoPro Hero 10 and GoPro Hero 9. As a matter of fact, when you buy the new lens on the box, it will say that it's designed for GoPro Hero 9, and now there is an add-on sticker saying that it's compatible with GoPro Hero 10. In my case, I went from GoPro Hero 8 to GoPro Hero 10, so for me this lens is designed for GoPro Hero 10, but yes, sure, you can use it with GoPro Hero 9. The main purpose of this video is to indicate to you if I do recommend it or not, and to cut to the chase, cut the long story short, yes, I do recommend it. Now I'm going to go into a few things to back up my opinion and tell you, indicate why is that. When I was buying my GoPro Hero 8, I was contemplating if I should get the GoPro Max. So getting this lens for GoPro Hero 10, it makes my GoPro Hero 10 act like GoPro Max. And yes, sure, you cannot record 360-degree video with the GoPro Hero 10, but you get the amazing horizon lock with this lens, meaning that if you trigger the shutter button at desired planes, either horizontal or vertical, you can then move the camera in any angle or any direction, and your horizon will stay locked. The only time you will experience like an upside down type of effect is when you actually tilt the camera to the ground and there's no direct horizon for the camera to detect. So the camera is trying to choose what's up and what's down, and when you reposition the camera back at visible horizon, you are going to get this automatic horizon correction, and that works flawlessly. GoPro Max Lens Mod brings my GoPro Hero 10 close to the GoPro Max functionality, and the reason for it is that I do get that amazing horizon lock, 360 horizon lock, and just max stabilization or Max Hypersmooth. In addition to the amazing stabilization coming from this GoPro Max lens, we actually get also the Max Super View, so 155 angle field of view, and I already made a comparison video. So if you click on the top of the screen, I'm going to send you to that video where I compare the Max Super View field of view against the Super View coming from the stock lens of the GoPro Hero 10. Now, In that video you can see a sequence of examples one after another, and also you can see examples side by side. And just to add here a little spoiler alert for that video which I'm referring you to, you are going to see, and some of you may be surprised, how close the Max Super View is to the Super View, how close the Super View is to Max Super View field of view. In any event, as I said earlier, this gives you this amazing horizon lock capabilities, whereas Super View on a stock lens, especially in Super View, will basically tilt the horizon from the get-go. There is a feature on the linear mode with the GoPro Hero 10 where you can use linear plus horizon lock, which is up to 45 degrees tilt, but it's far from the 360 horizon lock on the Max lens mod. And if you think, what's this that I'm holding in my hand, that's actually the case. You get that in the box to store and keep your lens scratch free. So nice rubbery case for your Max lens mod, and it fits perfectly. Another thing to add here is that when you apply your GoPro Max lens mod onto the GoPro, you have to actually turn it on to work properly with the camera. And also the max resolution that you can choose is 2.7K. The frames per second you can choose is between 24, 30 and 60. At this point, some of you may be surprised, some of you may be disappointed why it's only, so to speak, 2.7K if this camera can film at 5.3K. And that's because we've got these amazing stabilization capabilities. And remember, this is digital stabilization. So just to briefly explain that to you, the way it works, the GoPro Hero 10 can film, or the sensor can perceive 5.3K, so over 5,000 pixels by almost 3,000 pixels in a frame. So 2.7K is like half less than that, which means 2.7K is a smaller frame. And that frame now within the 5.3K sensor can rotate, can move fully around, and that's how come we can achieve this amazing stabilization with this lens. Another point to mention in this video, and especially for the purpose that I'm using my GoPro, and if you scroll through my channel you can see that a lot of it I am using in the water for kite surfing, paddleboarding, all kind of water sport type of stuff. Now the question is how good this lens is to repel the water droplets. So this lens, the same as the UV lens cover, stock cover coming with your GoPro, they've got this hydrophobic coating applied onto them, and that hydrophobic coating is supposed to repel the water droplets. And as you're going to see in the following examples, it does work, but it doesn't necessarily fulfill all our expectations and promises that we are giving. Even GoPro themselves mentioned to us that we're not supposed to lick anymore the lens, which is a very common thing, or used to be a very common thing with the previous generations of the GoPro, and the residue of the saliva just used to nicely get rid of the water droplets, especially if you dip the water after the lick, and allow that excess of saliva just come off. Now, thankfully with the GoPro maxlensmod, there is a solution to not fully working water repellent capabilities, and to some of you it might be quite shocking, to some of you might be something that you might not want to try, but I'm going to show you examples that it actually works. Have a look at those. As you can see, there is a difference between just your stock hydrophobic coating on the GoPro Max lens and the treatment which I applied to achieve the improved effects. Let's have a look how it's done and how to do it safely and correctly. Here might be a shocking thing for some of you to hear, but in order to unlock the water repellent capabilities of this lens is that we need to expose it to a fire or treat it with a fire. I am protecting my outer casing of the lens, the plastic bits, with the isolating tape before actually I'm going to use a lighter to glimpse over the lens. And you want to be gentle with the fire against the lens. You don't want to expose any specific part of the lens for extended amount of time to the fire, because that may damage to your lens. And here's disclaimer, I am not telling you to do it. You are going to do it on your own risk. If anything goes wrong, be cautious and take the responsibility for your actions. I did it and it works for me. It works for many other people, but it may not work for all of you, and it might not be needed for all of you. So for those of you who are not using this in water so much, don't worry about it. You don't need to do that. With all that being cleared and we've got, straight to the point understanding of what we're about to do here, you want to be very, quick with the fire, just glimpse it over the lens, and you can actually see that hydrophobic coating is actually burning off from the lens. So that's what you want to actually do. Now, when you go to your water environment, you can actually get back to licking your lens and then dip the camera in the water, allow that excess of saliva to just come off. You will get much better results in regards to repelling the water droplets. And if you don't want to do all this licking stuff, you can just apply certain liquids onto your lens before you go to the water. You just want to apply some sort of water repellent coating or substance onto your lens. Could be even things like a little bit of washing up liquid with some water, and then just dip it in the water afterwards and it will do the trick. But with the saliva you have to repeat it, but it does work, and the end result is much better than the stock coating from the GoPro Max lens. To round it up, I already answered your main question that you may look for answers to, which is, do I recommend it? Yes, I do recommend the GoPro Max lens mod. It is quite expensive. If you go to subscription to GoPro Plus, you are gonna get some discount on it. And when I was getting my lens, at the same time I was getting my camera, I was actually debating, do I need it? Am I gonna use it? I even thought to myself, when I actually get the camera, I'm gonna return the lens. I'm not gonna open it, or I try it and then most likely I'm gonna return it and get my money back for the lens. But once I tried it and I saw the capabilities of it, how the horizon lock works, I for sure am going to keep this lens. And as you can see, for example, on one of my playlists called Kitesurfing Progression, there's few videos recorded with this lens, and the 2.7K resolution is more than enough for platforms like YouTube. You can always upscale it to 4K and upload it in 4K. Yes, some people say that you may lose some resolution by doing so, but like I said, you can also stick to 2.7K footage and upload it in 2.7K, get that good VO9 codec for your video from YouTube anyway, and that way this lens is an amazing addition to your GoPro accessories. With all that being said, I am LASOM, this is LASOM Studios, and as always, remember, be inspired, be creative, and be active. I'll see you soon. On to the next one.